Brought to you by Become An InstaGrandma, offering online tutoring for senior citizens. Click the link in the description to learn more. It is about time for Thanksgiving, which means it's about time for some of you to go back home and deal with some really judgmental family members, which that's a tough one, but here's the advice I can offer. One reason for some of this judgment is that you see the ups and the downs, and you see the behind the scenes, and you know everything that's going on, but your aunts and uncles don't necessarily know everything. They've only seen the highlight reel, or even worse, one of them saw the highlight reel and then tried to tell everyone else what happened, and they didn't get any of the details right. It's a little like watching The Wizard of Oz and then hearing someone else say, it's about a bunch of girls fighting over a pair of shoes. I mean, kind of, but that's really not what the story is at all now, is it? Not a really good idea, but you can always text your friends really stupid things as they pop up, which unfortunately turns you into the judgmental relative. You could also just detach emotionally, but maybe that's not your style. So here's some advice. Manage your time well, meaning there are some relatives who you know are going to drag you down, and there are some relatives who you know are easy to impress. So try to favor the ones who are easy to impress. Children are young and impressionable, so it can be easy to convince them that you actually are cool. And, you know, the family pet probably isn't going to say anything, so that's good. Another piece of advice is to have things to talk about besides your career. You may think that showing these people how impressive you are will get them to shut up, and it might. But it may also get them to start talking about how clearly needy you are for all of this positive attention you are clearly bidding for. If you have things to talk about besides work, you're a little more able to say, hey, maybe I didn't book a network sitcom this year, but I'm clearly living a fulfilling life. One thing that may help is if you don't want to talk about yourself, talk about your relatives, meaning if someone asks you a question, you answer it as briefly as possible and then you immediately turn it around. How's your career going? Oh, I just finished doing XYZ. It's been great. I'm looking forward to ABC next. Hey, how are things for you? Turn it around. One, you are taking the attention off of yourself, which is what you want. But two, if this person is asking questions you may not want to answer, you may be subtly hinting to them that they don't want to answer these questions either, so they should stop asking. You may have a relative pull you aside to compare you to someone who is more successful with less effort, or try to give you advice, and I'll get into that in just a moment. Sometimes this person is genuinely trying to connect. Sometimes this person is trying to do some sort of weird superiority thing. If it's a very ridiculous comparison, though, you can totally ask questions. You can ask questions like, oh, this person interned for 17 different companies. Did all those 17 companies pay her to intern? Or was someone bankrolling her lifestyle? How is this possible? How long was she at every internship? Because even if she was at every internship for 2 months, that would still be like 3 years, 2.5 years. I mean, if you do it one way, you could be shaming them, but if you do it the correct way, you are reminding these people politely that they don't know the whole story, and it's really not fair to draw comparisons between two things that aren't the same. One thing I really dislike is when someone implies that Ashton Kutcher is cool for being an actor who owns a restaurant, but you're not cool if you own a restaurant and act on the side. Both of those situations are exactly the same. It's just that one of those people is a celebrity who we all in society have decided is successful, and the other person is accessible. Being an accessible level of success is not a bad thing. Some of you may have relatives who give unsolicited advice, and some of this unsolicited advice is bad. And some of this unsolicited advice is to read a bunch of articles and books by people who really have no business writing these articles or books, and these articles and books were written 20 years ago, so they don't really apply to the market today. And then, to top it all off, these people will throw a temper tantrum when you don't follow their bad unsolicited advice. So what do? The safest way out of this is to say, thank you for that suggestion, I will think about it. Or thank you for that suggestion, I'll talk to my team about it. One of the more annoying situations you may be involved in is a relative saying, when are you going to give up your pipe dream and come home? Followed by them saying, You need to invest more time and energy into your career. You're not doing enough. And since it's the same person saying both things, it can be very frustrating and unpalatable to deal with. But if it's any consolation, this person is probably saying a similar thing to your cousin, the lawyer, or your sister, the doctor. It's not you, it's them. Now, if you're watching this video, you probably can't do this, but some of you might be in the position of saying, do I have to come in the first place? Do I have to be here? Or do I have to invite these people over? Some of you may be in the position of saying, look, whatever relative it happens to be, I really want to come over and I want to enjoy myself while I'm here, but in order for me to be comfortable, I cannot be around this constant criticism. Sometimes that boundary helps. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons, follow me on social media, be sure to leave a comment with your questions, and I will see you all next time.